Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Rideshare Hub. My name is Dylan, and oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. I don't even... Okay, so... Sorry, let me get my intro in. This is the Rideshare Hub, a place for Uber and Lyft drivers to learn how to make more money, and I'm talking quietly because I got people sleeping in here and I want to be quiet, but I had to make this video so I can get it up as soon as possible. This might be the biggest day ever for rideshare drivers. If you haven't heard yet, now you heard, maybe you've seen the title, but AB5 passed in California, the bill that the California State Assembly wrote to classify Uber and Lyft drivers as employees. I'm going to get into all of that video, but before I do, please give the video a big thumbs up. I'm going to share all of my thoughts on all of this, but before I do, give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss another video on my channel. Currently, I just got a new laptop here. Well, it's a used one on eBay. That's all I could afford. You know, it's a very used one. It's about 5 years old, and I'm drinking water by it, which, you know, is not smart because I've already spilled water on my old one. But anyways, guys, okay, so here we have it. Gig workers win in California. That's Lorena Gonzalez. She is the one who wrote the bill in the state assembly. Here are the signs. You've seen me talk about the signs. After the better part of the year, California State Senate today passed AB5, legislation that is expected to unravel the contractor business model of companies like Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash. An historic victory. Workers for these companies and others like them for those companies are likely to be considered employees entitled to the benefits and protections that status conveys. So I am not for this at all. I don't want drivers to become employees. I'm going to tell you why, but before I do, quick backstory on what's going on. Basically, I'm going to keep it super brief, but Uber and Lyft and all these gig companies have been, you know, hiring millions of drivers at this point, workers, and they've all been contracted out on a 1099. And the California State Assembly said, hey, you know, these companies are not, these are not employees. They're not, you know, providing any benefits, set wages, and a lot of, you know, as you guys have seen, the strikes. Drivers are unhappy because a lot of drivers, you know, I'm just part-time, so this doesn't really affect me. But a lot of drivers, like, you know, the lack of benefits and stuff. But a lot of the full-time drivers, they've been voicing themselves, which is great. You know, it's always good to voice your opinion, but a lot of drivers have been saying that, look, there's no benefits. We're not receiving any health care. You know, no rights to unionize, no set wages, and we want to be employees, which is exactly what's going on. Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, they basically pledged $90 million to, you know, that would cover, to keep drivers, independent contractors. Uber and Lyft sent out petitions, created petitions, rallied at the California government, asked drivers to send in tapes, call the government to urge, you know, to stop this from happening and to keep drivers independent contractors. I signed the petition. I want drivers to stay independent contractors, and Uber and Lyft basically tried to compromise, but in my opinion, Uber and Lyft didn't really do that much to keep the compromise. You know, they kind of proposed a $21 per hour minimum wage, which, you know, I put up a poll on my site, on my, let's just see how you guys responded to that. So I put up a poll saying, is $21 an hour enough? Because that's what the Uber and Lyft proposed. And let's see what you guys said. This is the poll. Look, Uber proposed a $21 per hour minimum wage for drivers. Is that enough money? 64% of you guys said no. 36, and then right here I said, how much do Uber and Lyft drivers deserve to make? And then this is a little split. Again, I don't know if this is from passengers or drivers who are answering that, because, you know, over 700 people did respond to that poll. But yeah, basically, like, it's crazy. So yeah, and then the government basically said no to that proposal. They were like, no, that's not enough. Even though Uber and Lyft said we'll provide like paid time off, sick compensation. But this is crazy. Like, it's still, so just so you guys know, the governor still needs to approve it, which is going to be happening on Friday, actually, I believe. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, on Friday. But here we go, right here. This is what they said. Gig work platforms have faced mounting criticism that their businesses rely on the misclassification of their workforces as independent contractors while depriving workers of any meaningful sense of self-determination, a key element of a contractor being truly independent. The absence of minimum workplace protections has left rideshare drivers paying out of pocket for work-related expenses like vehicle fuel and upkeep. That's huge. Like, a lot of even, well, obviously all of us, we have to pay for our own vehicles, and we're covering gas, covering maintenance on our car. If we get into an accident, like, that's completely on us. And it just economically, it doesn't make sense for like, yeah, citizens. This goes back to, like, the what's it called, the Constitution. Like, citizens have a right, and at this point, like, yeah, it was like at first meant to be a side hustle, but people need money, and this is kind of like the direction. And it's like Uber and Lyft encourage drivers to do it full time too. With all of their bonus incentives that they do, do 120 rides in a week, you get X amount of money. Even the rental programs, like, you have to be doing those full time. So Uber and Lyft have pretty much been encouraging full-time, or not employment, but like driving. And so at this point, it just doesn't make sense to be a full-time driver because, there's no benefits. But this whole AB5 thing that's going on, if you don't know what AB5 is, it's Assembly Bill 5, which classifies drivers as employees. And so, like I said, it just needs to be passed. But yeah, here we go. Let's finish this off really quick. The bill, which was introduced to the State House of Representatives January by Lorena Gonzalez, still requires Governor Gavin Newsom's sign-off. However, he recently signaled his support for the initiative. I am proud to be supporting AB 5, which extends critical labor protections to more workers by curbing misclassification. So there have already been a bunch of lawsuits to Uber. I made a video about this already. I forget how many it was, but it was like 60,000 drivers, I believe, or something crazy, or 6,000. What was I saying? Yeah, about misclassification, because the misclassification is about employee, because it's the definition of an employee is somebody who performs the necessary function of a company, something like that. And in this case with Uber, like, Uber settled with all those people because they were like, yeah, you're kind of right. Like, you guys are performing the necessary function of our company. So yeah, the governor still needs to sign off on this, but he already publicly stated that he supports it. So I would be surprised if he did not sign on this. I'm shocked. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know. I might have to move to another state because I definitely want to keep driving, but I don't want to do it full time. I don't want to be an employee. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's crazy. This means a lot to me, guys. So I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. But here we go. AB5 sailed through the House with a 53-11 vote. 53-11, guys. That's crazy. Retirement Committee with a 3-1 vote. The Senate Appropriation with 5-2. Today the bill passed the Senate's full session 29-11, with all 40 lawmakers voting along party lines after nearly 2 hours of deliberation. While Republican lawmakers crowed the bill, picked winners and losers, the simple messaging of AB5 Senate floor jockey Senator Maria Del Russo captured the soul of legislation. One job should be enough. AB5 effectively codifies into a law of a state Supreme Court decision from mid-2018. Yep, here it is, dynamics. or doing the work of employees rather than contractors as they had been classified. The Supreme Court reached this conclusion by applying a stringent test. This is the A/B test to determine if these workers had sufficient control. This is the A/B test. This is the big part. This is the dynamics. 3-part. This is what the Supreme Court said, seeks to find if that the worker is free from the control and direction of the hirer in connection with the performance of the work, both under the contract for the performance of the work and in fact, and that the worker performs work that is outside the usual course of the hiring entity's business, and that the worker is customarily engaged in an independently established trade, occupation, or business of the same nature as that involved in the work performed. You guys understand that, right? Basically, drivers fall under the category of employee, in my opinion. I don't know about what you guys, I don't know why the lighting is all really weird, but the labor's, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, big thanks to these driver groups like Gig Works Rising, Rideshare Drivers United, and the Mobile Worker Alliance. All these big groups, I don't know about you guys. What do you guys, are you guys for this? Are you guys against this? Let me know. Do you want to be an employee? I'm honestly like, this isn't just Uber and Lyft. Look, this is almost like, yeah, this covers like a bunch of big groups. Yeah, like I said, among their dirty or alleged tricks, I don't know, yeah, throwing tens of millions of dollars at opposing it. Uber Lyft had reportedly engaged in a variety of tactics to build consensus against the bill. Instacart, Handy, Lyft, Postmates, Caviar, Uber, and DoorDash. It's not just Uber and Lyft, it's all of these. And there's so much to go over. I mean, you guys can read it more on your own, but honestly, this is insane. This is crazy. I don't know if this is a win for us, but I guess this is a win for gig workers. I mean, this is a win for the government for sure. Uber and Lyft is not going to be able to go through this loophole anymore of just employing or having contract workers. If you're not in California, this could very well be coming nationwide, maybe to your state. I don't know if it'll be state by state. I mean, this is the Supreme Court, so it honestly could just be federal, going everywhere in the United States. So we'll definitely see. But Uber and Lyft said if this passes, it would be detrimental to their business model. So we don't even know if it might just shut down Uber and Lyft. So this might literally be the end of it. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Give the video a big thumbs up, please. It helps me out so much. And subscribe so you don't miss another video. I'm going to be making an update video on this tomorrow, getting this up, maybe even later today whenever this goes out. I don't know. I'm going to talk to some people. I'm going to try to talk to Lorena Gonzalez myself and see if we can get her on the channel. So subscribe so you don't miss that. And I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day, guys. All right, bye.